Hey, welcome back everyone. It is January 16th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans have been wondering about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, there's no denying that Anakin Skywalker is by far one of the fan-favorite characters of the Star Wars franchise, let alone Palpatine, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, you name it. All of these core characters really are what makes Star Wars, well, Star Wars. Now, when we look at The Rise of Skywalker, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm went through many changes and adjustments for this movie through the early drafts of the script and reshoots and rewrites of the film and a lot more beyond that. Now, on top of this, I want to go over the story of Anakin Skywalker's clones that were going to be a part of The Rise of Skywalker and how it's also going to be a part of future canon material to come in the forms of books, novels, and comics that's going to tie into The Rise of Skywalker throughout this year of 2020. Now, it's explained that in the early drafts of The Rise of Skywalker, when JJ and Chris Terrio were developing the plot of the film, they were trying to come up with concepts for the Sith Eternal and the world of Exegol. During Palpatine's time on the world of Exegol with the Sith Eternal, which, by the way, are the crowds of people that you see in the stadium, Sidious came up with a plan to develop clones of Anakin Skywalker in the early version of Episode 9. Story-wise, in the upcoming novelization due for release in March of this year, it will go over the cloning chambers were actually built for Palpatine to resurrect Anakin Skywalker to be a part of his new Sith Empire. However, Sidious failed to do so since his Sith loyalists were unable to recover DNA that was taken from Darth Vader's suit from the Knights of Ren that Palpatine's Sith loyalists were looking for. The upcoming canon that will be released later in 2020 also will go over Palpatine's plan to resurrect Anakin/Vader in order to recreate his Sith apprentice that ruled the galaxy for decades, and that the Snoke cloning chambers were originally meant for Anakin/Vader. Had Palpatine's Sith loyalists beat the Knights of Ren to the rush of discovering Vader's armor, which held Anakin's DNA, they would have been able to clone Anakin/Vader to be a part of Palpatine's new empire. This idea in its execution for the actual plot of Episode 9 was ultimately scrapped. However, future canon material will go over this in the forms of books and novels, and was going to serve as a parallel from the old EU, when a Luke Skywalker clone was made called Luke with an extra K. Palpatine was going to use the power of the Beyond, which was the origins of the dark side, to use as a power source to create these clones. However, Palpatine's plan came to an end through the failure from his own Sith loyalists. So, like I say, this is what makes Star Wars so interesting, is that what they were going to do with The Rise of Skywalker, and also what they are going to do in new canon material such as the novelization, new books, novels, and comics, you name it, that's going to tie directly into The Rise of Skywalker and everything related to Anakin's clones, etc., and how it was all going to be tied to the Sith Eternal, the DNA taken from Darth Vader's suit that was left over, and of course Palpatine's Sith loyalists. So anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.